Hi, it's me, Betty B. Welcome to my class this evening on working with digital images in creating gift card holders and this darling little meandering album with digital images from Digital Delights. Start with our little gift card holder that came in a little Christmas stocking, and then we'll get to our little album. I have 4 different images tonight that I wanted to share with you. We have Santa, we have a little, darling little Christmas moose, the snowman, and the elf. And in the Christmas stocking, and I have one of these for each one of my grandkids, I have a little pocket on the back, and in the pocket is everybody's favorite, a Christmas gift card. And so I've taken the image here, double stacked it, and added a pocket on the back. So I want to show you how that was done, and I think I'll do that with Santa. These are toppers that came from Digital Delights by Luby Lou. I printed them out twice and then just quickly, I colored one side exactly like I wanted it to be and added an additional 2 by probably 2.5 inch bottom here, and then I added a second one. And you'll notice I didn't go to great extremes to color in all the details on the one on the back, because that's where I'm going to add some dimensionals and just stack them, and you won't be able to see what's going on in the middle. But I wanted to make sure that all the edges looked really good. So I'm going to add some dimensionals right in here. I want to avoid where the hands are, because those are the parts that are going to hang over the edge of the stocking. And now just layer this directly on the top. Super easy. And press down. And now we have a really nice double layer, and you could add more layers if you like, lots of dimension. And see how this opens up? I've cut right up around the edge of the mittens so that when I slide it in, this part will hang over the top. And you'll see that very same thing here with our snowman. Okay, now to create the pocket that's going to go on the back, I've cut excuse me, just a piece of cardstock that is 6.5 inches by 2.5 inches, and I scored it at 3.5 inches. So when I fold it, you'll see that there's a 1/2 inch of offset right here, and that's where I'm going to have my pocket. Now on the back of the back Santa, you'll notice that I've colored in a little bit. When you work with permanent markers like Copics or Bics or Sharpies, you'll notice that it bleeds through. So you want to come back and just do a rough fill in. So that's what I did, is I just rough filled in where those pieces would be on Santa's back. And I think I'd like to round off my corners. So I'm just going to use my corner rounder and snip those 2 corners right there and trim it. And then the one little trick that I have for you is to use some tape to hold your pocket closed. Now the reason I'm not putting score tape or adhesive on the inside is because at this size, if I put my adhesive on the inside, then my gift card is going to be too tight, and I don't have room inside for the space that the adhesive would take up. Now I'm going to use some glue. You can use hot glue, or you can use score tape, your ATG, whatever you like that's nice and secure. Add it right here to the back. Center it is pretty good, a little bit better than I did there. And voila, you are ready to pull up. Oh, this looks like Porter's stocking. Slide it right on in and pull his little mittens out so that he is ready to peek over and hold that wonderful gift card. Alright, moving on now, let me show you how to make this terrific little album. And I just love this project. And it's made with one 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Isn't this cute? And you can see how it's done in lots and lots of different styles. The kids love it, I love it, and it too is the ideal place to put a gift card. This is my template, so I can show you on a plain piece of paper where you're going to score your 12 by 12 piece of paper. You're going to score on the 2-inch line, the 6-inch line, the 10-inch line. Then you're going to rotate it and score on the 3, the 6, and the 9. I want you to notice that all of them are black. Those are score lines, except this 6-inch. And you'll notice down to this line right here, this one is red, and that is a cut line. It's the only place in this whole project that you're going to cut. Okay? So, I did this on a plain colored piece on this side, and it's patterned on this side. So that's to tell you that you want to use a 2-sided sheet of paper. And this is the paper I've chosen for this project. So I'm going to score at 2 inches, 6 inches, and 10 inches. Then I'm going to rotate it and score at 3 inches, 6 inches, and 9 inches. This Meandering album has been around for years and years. I know that it's been on a lot of blogs, it's been in origami books, it's been in all kinds of places. I just was introduced to it at a swarm recently. My friend April Smith brought it to show me, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it just as much. Okay, I'm cutting on that 6-inch line down to this scoring line right here. Okay, this one right here. And I'm going to turn it just for my convenience in folding it. And I'm going to fold up the 2-inch sides, just like so. Okay, those are going to make my pockets. Now, we're going to make some mountain and valley folds. And there's my cut. You can see the cut. I'm going to fold this one up. That's the solid piece. And then this one goes down. Keep it nice and straight. And then this one comes up. Okay? When you lay it out, you have a valley, a mountain, and a valley. And then there's just one more fold, and that's the score line that you had there in the center, and it comes this way. And when you have that done, your book is actually complete. Here you have your front cover, page 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got a little gap here we're going to close up, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then your back cover. Isn't that clever? Who'd have thought one little piece of paper could give you that much real estate? Okay, now here's a little trick that I have discovered with it, because I like my book to be a little bit more square than having a lot of gap to it. I'm going to close up the side that has all the folds and create my binding. And by doing so, I'm going to use dimensionals here at the top between the first couple of pages. I'm just going to put this right inside here and close that one. And in between the back pages and close that one. Because the folds that are at the bottom already give it some bulk down there. It's got a little bit more evenness to it all the way top and bottom. The next thing I'm going to do is get my glue and start to close up my pockets and my binding just by adding some liquid glue. And a cover over the outside of it. So we're just adding a little bit of glue right in here to hold these together. And we're going to just pinch that for just a second till it gets a little tiny bit of grab to it. And we can start to open the book. And we're going to secure the front edge right here of this pocket. Doesn't take very much. And page 2 and 3 are secured by the fold, so we're right here on page 4. Just a little bit of liquid glue here. Now, all the way up and down this folded one, we're going to glue that shut. And now we've got another open seam here. We're going to close that seam. And the back page. Pretty easy. Okay? Nice and secure. And now for the binding that goes over the edge, this last piece is cut at 4 inches long by 1.5 inches wide, and I scored it at 5/8 of an inch and 7/8 of an inch. I used my corner rounder because I like that look, and now I'm going to use liquid glue or hot glue or score tape or whatever you like for a nice secure edge, and I'm just going to lay that squared off edge right over the side and bind my book. Isn't that cute? I love this paper. It's from K & Company. Now, my little snowman that's right here, I'm going to let that dry for a second while I layer up my little snow guy. So I'm going to just put these little dimensionals here, pull it apart. These little toppers by Digital Delights are so cute, and I love working with digital images because they are infinitely sizable. You can use them in your word processing program, put them in Word, and make them any size that you'd like to have. I can use this now as a journaling tag. I could make a pocket to go on the back. I think in this case, though, I'm just going to add a fun little tag that's going to make it part of the decor for my book, and then I'll come back with my markers and make that part of it. And so we're going to add him right here to the front pocket and let his little mittens, scarf, hang right over the top. And for the front cover, I'm going to use the sleigh and the packages. And for the next page, this one is 7 inches long by 2¼ inches wide, scored at 3½ inches. And as always, use a little ink to distress around the edges. We'll add a little snow angel here. And you could certainly download your digital images in a smaller size and use those to embellish all the way through your album. You're getting the idea how much fun this is to decorate and use it throughout your whole album. And there is our snow babies. And in the very back would be the perfect place, very coveted gift card tucked away. I hope you've enjoyed seeing these ideas on how you might use digital images, creating some fun things and some wonderful gifts that you might be able to give this holiday season. Thanks so much for stopping by. This is Betty B, wishing you a happy holiday, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.